Welcome to Just Your Regular Mom. Stay tuned. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Just Your Regular Mom lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today, on this podcast, we will be talking about sleep times and how kids struggle with the weather. If you're here with us in the United Kingdom especially, I mean there's other places with other seasons and how much daylight you have in your country or wherever you are in your area, your state, or For us here, basically we all know how it is with the summer and the winter. In the summer, we've got longer day. Sometimes it goes all the way till 11 p.m. of daylight. Yeah. And then in the winter, by 3:34, it starts to get dark. In the peak of the winter, 3:34, it starts to get dark and it's proper night. So when you come down to where people say the winter is quite depressing, that's part of the main reason, because basically you can't do much because you then need artificial light to be able to do anything. Once it's getting towards afternoon, like noon-ish period, it starts to get dark. You're not able to have fun, you're not able to go to parties, you're just worried because it's dark, you don't want to be outside with the kids. So many reasons why. So everyone ends up just being locked up. We mostly do have just like tea parties or like home game sessions or Netflix situations happening because it's just very cozy and dark and especially really cold. So now bringing this whole situation to sleep training or with kids sleeping pattern. My both kids, weirdly enough, it happened with my daughter and then it's happening with my son as well. But still, with Maliha, she's still quite young. Obviously, she's just turned 6, so she's still trying to understand the weather. She still says the same thing as she's been saying since she was 3, and my son, who is 3 now, is saying the same, which is in the summer. They just so their bedtime is 7:38, 7 sometimes. In the winter, actually by 7, very possibly they go down to bed without a fight. But in the summer, because it's so bright all the way till 9:10, we struggle with bedtime. Like, guys, it's 7 p.m. They're like, no, mommy, it's still morning. I remember the first time my daughter said it, oh my God, it was hilarious. So she goes like, no, mommy, it's still morning, I'm not going to bed. And I was very confused thinking, it's still morning, like normally it's bedtime. And then I looked out, she's like, no, mommy, look. And she opens the curtain. I was like, so because it's so bright, it's morning to them. Morning definition is brightness. Once it starts to get dark, then it's night. Makes sense for kids, isn't it? But this has really affected our sleeping patterns. So we literally have to almost have everyday pep talk and explanation. And sometimes it even moves the bedtime a little bit backwards to 8:39 because we just struggle, because the day is longer. So many things just happens more because it's still quite bright and they would just struggle to go down. Again, with that situation, it affected my son's sleeping pattern again recently. So we just realized that he'll wake up so early. By 6, he's awake. And we're like, what's going on here? And he's proper crying, oh, it's morning, calling on everybody, it's morning. And then we found out eventually that his curtains were too light. And so light was, daylight comes in when it's morning, because it's already super bright at that point. So when maybe he tosses and turns and sees a bit of light, he's like, oh, it's actually morning time. Why am I still sleeping? It's time to play. Basically. So once we put the blinds in and then made it a bit darker, he actually gone back to his normal sleep routine, which at least he wakes up 8:39 in the morning, not 6-7 a.m. anymore, so he gets proper good night rest. But yeah, I'm sure it's not just me that goes through this. Put in the comment section, let's chat about this. But I'm sure that we've got loads of kids, especially in the UK, who struggle with this particular situation when it comes to the weather conditions, the seasons as well, the daylight and the darkness of the winter. Yeah, so for those who struggle with the winter time, you need to find good friends, cozy friends who you can have good times with and have good times with your kids as well in the winter. Because really, I know that some people struggle with depression because they get lonely in the winter because the days close up too early. Thank you so much for joining me on Just Your Regular Mom. I hope you enjoyed today's topic and I hope to see you guys back here real soon. I enjoy talking about these things, I really enjoy it. And that's why I made this podcast. Hopefully we grow a community of people who have so much to say about their own experiences on the comment, and we can always come back and talk about people's comments, what they've said, and any experience that anyone else has got about these things or I've got. I'm happy to talk about it going forward. Thank you so much again. Like, subscribe, share, and I hope to see you again very soon on my channel. See you later.